Howdy folks, welcome to the brewery. I'm finally putting down a couple of Brick Road tins. Now, I know I've done the Brick Road Red IPA as part of the extravaganza, and I was looking to get into some more of the Brick Road tins. I just hadn't been able to get hold of the cans, and then I decided I was done with extravaganza. I wasn't brewing hit beers anymore. But all that time I actually bought a couple of Brick Road tins, so I thought I might as well do them. So what I've got is this fella, the Pacific Ale, which is reportedly, people are telling me it's a decent kit. And I've also got the Draught, the Gold Draught. It's in the kitchen, sitting in the sink. I'm going to put them both together today on this video. Fairly quick and easy. So let's get moving. I've got my water here. I had about a bit under 19 litres, maybe 18 3/4 litres of water. I've treated that with a little bit of sodium metabisulfate and some ascorbic acid just to knock out the chlorine. That's been sitting while I've had the tins soaking. And while that's happening, I've also got a kettle of water, about 1.5 litres, 1.7 litres, typical kettle size, that I've boiled, and that was about 10 minutes ago. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm getting that into here. Now this is a trick. Well, it's a trick, but this I saw on the actually on the Black Rock, on their website, watching them put their kits together, and I've seen them doing this with the tins, and I thought it was a great idea, so I'm going to run with it today. So I've got my 5 litre jug. I've got about 1 litre of just the water out of here. This is boiled water. It's come out of this lot as well. This has cooled off a little bit because it's been sitting for about 10 minutes since I boiled, but it will do the job. This is just to help us mix the thinner stuff in a little bit easier. So that's a Pacific Pale Ale. Now the label has come off that really easy while we're soaking in the sink, so we'll just get that out of the bloody way. So we'll get our tin in. While we get that done, let's talk about some other fermentables. So the tin, Brick Road recommend 1.5 kilos of their extra light pale malt extract liquid. Which is fine, but they're not always quite as readily available as other stuff. But I don't have that, and given I'm not a fan of liquid extract, I'm going for something else. But let's get this in here first. So the tin goes into our hot water, and normally you stick your jug of boiling hot water into your fermenter, and then add your tin to that and mix that in there. See, these guys do this way. Now, there's still a bit in there. I'm going to rinse that out shortly. Before I do that, let's get some malts in. So what I'm doing is I've got a kilo bag here of dry wheat mix, or dry malt mix, which is from Naronian, one of their extract kits, their wheat beer. This is designed to go in their 10 litre wheat pack. I don't know exactly what's in here, but I'm looking at it. I'm assuming it's a mix of probably Pilsner malt, wheat malt, and some dextrose. It's a kilo, so I'm going to throw that in as pretty much as a malt addition, and I will throw that straight in here. Got a bit of a mix. top of that, I'm going to add this. This is 300, just over, about 310 grams of dextrose. At the end of the bag. We won't go there, like they're talking about a kilo and a half of the liquid extract, but this is dry, should get us somewhere in the same vicinity. Right, that's in. I'm going to use this form of stuff just to rinse this tin out. And the rest will go straight in there. Now, Brick Road are interesting in their tins that they give you sort of options as to what you're looking at if you go for a different size batch. So on the label that says, it has a list of the added fermentables required. It's here on the back. And it says approximately alcohol given a value. So if you're using 1.5 kilos of Brick Road extra light malt extract, and you go to 23 litres, you'll get about 4.3%. If you go to 21 litres, you're about 4.8, and 19 litres, you're about 5.3. Now, I'm happy to be in that sort of mid-4 range for this style, and I'm probably going to come out here somewhere around 21.5, 22 litres, which is sort of what I was hoping for, which, of those numbers, we hope is going to get me somewhere around that 4.5%. I think, you know, Stone Wood Pacific I think is 4.2. I've actually got a can here in the fridge up there, which is that's sort of what we're looking at making, that sort of beer. 4.4% of this. So whenever people say Pacific, that's the first beer that comes to mind. That's the really sort of the yardstick. Right. That fella's in. That's pretty much all that done. Extra one what hasn't dissolved properly. Put it all into the hot water. Up now. Right, so that's it. There's all the gravity sample. Clean the tap. Now that shouldn't be too much of an issue because we haven't poured extract straight in the bottom. So that should be pretty clear anyway. Yeah, so like I say, they want just light dry malt, or light malt extract, extra light extract in here. So they want to keep it pretty light, and colour-wise that certainly is the case. But I wanted some wheat malt. I don't actually have any dry wheat malt here. I've obviously used it all, so that's why I've used that bag from the wheat beer. Because I know it's going to have some. I think it's going to have some wheat extract in it. So let's see what we're looking at here. ABV. Okay, and that's sitting somewhere around 1042, which is what they're saying is their recommended target. I've got about 20.5 litres there, so I'm just going to go with that. Now I'm going to stick this into a 20 litre Fermenter King Junior. I will put about 15 litres into there. I'm not going to do the full batch because I've got to get both of these beers into the fridge. So I'm going to get that fella into a fermenter. I'll come back and we'll throw this gold together. Okay, gas transfer happening. Yeast. Drop that in while this is filling. This is all at room temp, so that's all good. I'm using 1 pack of Cellar Science Hazy. The recommendation from Brick Road is to use a USO5, but I want to try and get keep a little bit of haze in this, more, which is more traditional for the Pacific Ale, having that bloody haze on it. So just drop the yeast in there. That's all good. Sort the sticker while we're here. Which fermenters which. It's never good when you don't know what you're bloody looking at. And that's it. That'll go in the fridge shortly. Right, batch number 2. Gold Draught. So I'm sure this is sort of your standard sort of pub draft sort of a brew. Now tells us exactly the same thing on this tin as the pale ale. 1.5 kilos of Brick Road extra light malt extract. Again, you get us at 4.8% at 21 litres, 4.3 at 23. So again, I'm going to aim for that sort of middle ground, something like that. So again, I've got some water here. Treated this again. Same deal here. I've just gone for a bit less with the cool water in here. So this is straight out of the kettle. So this is going to be a lot warmer in here. But anyway, shouldn't cause any problems. We're going to try and mix the whole thing in here. Now, this label has sort of half stayed on. Anyway. People ask me what can opener to use. People for opening tins. And I see lots of people recommend different things, but for me, can't go wrong. Just a standard old bloody Wiltshire butterfly opener. Decent quality butterfly opener. About $7 at the old Big W. Something like that. They're the best. Never failure. I've had too many bloody fuck ups and dick arounds with all these fancy bloody ones that cut the lip off and all the rest of that shit. Okay, I'm going to try and, this label's trying to come off here. Right, in here we go. Same deal. Now this time, I'm going to go a little bit different on the malts because we're just going for the real stuff, the normal malts in this colour. What we can out of there at the moment. Whack back in there up, keep that soaking. It can loosen up and whatnot while we get our dry malts in. So, this time, 1 kilo of extra light dried malt extract. This is from Kegland. The only place I know of you can get the actual extra light dry malt. This sits between Pilsner malt and your standard light dry malt that you get from pretty much every brew shop. So it's a bit lighter. And I find quite often with the tins, normal light dry malt can become a little bit too dark and heavy to really achieve the style that you're after. So if you do want to brew lighter styles, lagers and drafts, worth looking at. Basically, if you're persevering with the tins. Get that hold in there. That's dissolved pretty well. And then we're going to go for half a kilo of dextrose. And as always, this is to help balance out the unfermentables in the malt and keep the brew nice and light. You don't want to get too heavy. Again, this is style that should be nice and easy to drink. The light body. Righto. And I'm just going to throw the decks straight in here. Down there for half kilo there. Beautiful. Now we've got seltzer in the bucket. Should be good. This is going to be a bit warm, I reckon, and it sort of is, but anyway, quick pour in there. That's certainly got most of that out of there, not everything, but most of it. Good enough. That's good and mixed. Couple little clumps there from the dry malt, but so they'll come out. Bit of foamy stuff on the side of this bloody jug. I'm going to get that off. I want all that. That's bloody, realistically, that's flavour. There we go. That's her done. Actually, that's probably 23 litres. I'll put a little bit more in there than what I probably would have wanted, but anyway, I'm doing a good mix here. I'll get a hydro sample. Clean that. Okay, that's certainly a lot lighter flavour-wise and bitterness than the Pacific Ale. Again, which has been, not to be, I'm not surprised. So 17 IBU at 23 litres, which is exactly the same as the Pale Ale, the Pacific, but it was lower volume. So yeah, this is just under 23 litres. So it's more close to a standard sort of size. That Pacific, the Pale Ale come in about 1044. Once it's settled, that's sitting on 1042, which is exactly what they tell me it's going to. So yeah, so that's all good. So same thing, this is going to go into a fermenter, about 15 litres. I'm going to pitch 1 pack of Cellar Science Cali yeast on that, so basically USO5 derivative thereabouts. That'll do quite nice. It gives a nice fresh ale. I will be dry hopping the Pacific Ale for a couple of days before I cold crash, so I I'm going away for the weekend for a couple of days, which is what I'm getting these on, because I've got basically got a window. I was planning on doing the J Juice Easy Extract, but my hops have not arrived for that, and I'm going away for the weekend, so I won't get to that till next week. So this is going to fit in between. So I'll get that filler on. I said dry hop some Galaxy onto, probably a bit of Galaxy, maybe a little bit of Citra onto the Pacific Ale. About 5 days into the ferment. It should be done in about 5 days. I'm going to rip this through at 19 degrees and bottle from there. But what I'm also doing is I'm taking 3 litres of each stuff that's left over, going into here, my 10 litre fermenter, and I'm going to ferment that just here at ambient with some sort of Quebec yeast. I'm not sure exactly what I've got. I'll go through in a minute and have a look, and I'll stick in the comments, and I'll put a little label up here what yeast I actually use on that. But that's it. So Brick Road, Pacific Pale Ale and Gold Draught underway. Got to do these, got to get some decent review and tasting on this Brick Road range. Can't really fully say I've attacked Kid Extravaganza properly and the twang files type things if I don't do this. So there we go. And given that the temperature's sitting in the low 30s, sort of 30, 31 every day for the next week, I think a Voss is going to go really well just sitting right here on the bench. I'll cover him up with a towel so he's not exposed to any light. But other than that, yeah, we'll rip in and see how that turns out. But anyway, that's me. So thanks for watching. If you've got any comments or any questions, stick them down the bottom of your Patreon on the channel. Thank you very much. If you aren't a Patreon, think about it. You might be interested in it. There's a link down the bottom as well. Helps keep the channel going. Lets me play around with stuff like this. Wouldn't be brewing this if it wasn't for Patreon. Subscribers to the channel, thank you very much. If you aren't subscribed, again, hit the button down the bottom there. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. But for now, that's me, Little John, done. So until I see you in the next video, I'm brewing beer, drinking beer, talking beer. Good brewing.